Hello everybody, welcome and welcome back to Mira TV. As always, I'm your host Ulysses Lua. I'm here with my boy, Rxxbnhood. He's gonna let you guys know a little bit more about himself. As you guys saw, he is a music artist, so he'll let you guys know a little bit more of what he does and what kind of music he does. Go on ahead.
Alright, so I go by the name of Rxxbnhood. I'm born in Orange County. Been raised here all my life.
Okay.
So so what was the question? Just a little bit about myself.
Let us know a little bit about you. That's as always the first question. Just let us know a little bit about you.
So yeah, I'm 21. Started making music about like 3 years ago. Born and raised Santa Ana all my life.
Shout out to Chontana.
Nice. Yes, sir. So yeah, it's pretty much it. You know, as far as like the basics, you know. Definitely something a little bit more we're gonna get into and stuff like that.
Of course.
So,
as everyone knows, you are into music. So, what first got you into music?
That's a good question. So, man, so when I was little, I want to say about like 5 years old, I started listening to a lot of 50 Cent. A lot of 50 Cent, bro. Then I transitioned to like Slim Shady, bro, and just the way I saw them, like, just the way they moved and the way they like wrote music and all that shit, yeah. So as a youngin', I was just like, damn, that's crazy, you know. So I always had that like charisma with my family. I've seen and stuff like that. So, but growing up, I just kind of ventured out to like other hobbies and stuff like that. I did soccer, a couple things, but it wasn't until I was about like 17. I was a senior in high school, and I had a buddy in high school freshman year, and he had left to LA, so. He had left to LA, and then senior year, I transferred out to a different school, and so did he, right? So this one time I was just chilling in the table, right, just chilling, and he saw me, and I'm like, he said, yo, Gus. I'm like, and I look up, I'm like, damn, cause I was sitting by myself, right, and I look up, and he's like, yo, he's like, you remember me? And I'm like Johnny. And he's like, nah, Carlos. And I'm like, wait, yeah, I remember you. He's like, bro, he's like, I heard you doing music. And I'm like, oh, like, where would you hear that from? You know, he's like, we had a mutual friend at the time. And she's like, oh, she told me you do music and yada. And I'm like, that's crazy. So from that day, I started making music, you know, like officially. Like that's where the dream sparked, you feel me?
That's where everything started.
For music, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I mean, you kind of went off it, but who inspired you to do music?
Who inspired me? So starting from when the homie, right, he saw me from high school and shit like that. From that time, like I was already listening to like a lot of J. Cole. So J. Cole is definitely one of the biggest inspiration, and it was like top, like he just goes crazy, man. Like the way he carries himself as a person, like his music, everything like that, bro. And obviously, I'm into a lot of Bad Bunny now. You know, it's been like 2 years. You know, you can't never go wrong with Cornell O'Malley.
Right. That's right.
So definitely,
anyone can say that.
yeah, of course.
Okay. How would you describe the music that you typically create or listen to, but mostly create, of course?
So I'm a little bit diverse. As far as making music, there's not one genre that I specifically stick to. So I'm always just whatever I'm feeling at the time, the different emotions. I could be either doing reggaeton, I'll be doing some like hip hop, R&B. It's just that's what I don't know. Like as an artist, I feel like you can just make anything, you know. It's like
that's true.
Yeah.
I get you on that. If you could, who would you collab with?
If I could. Damn. Besides J. Cole and Bad Bunny, there's a couple of artists, man. Like, damn. Off the bat though, like. For sure, Bad Bunny, man. Like, for sure. Like, if he came to me and he said, yo, Robin, we want some feature, I was like, say less, bro. Bad Bunny. Yeah,
okay.
Bad Bunny for sure.
Have you collabed with anyone recently or just with anyone like a local or anyone around here in the area?
Yeah, hell yeah. before I wouldn't really do too many features. Like, so I started with a homie and another homie named Cubs. Those were the two like people I would like consistently make music with, right? Like we just make music. But I was a couple of years ago. As of now, I have a lot of projects coming out with different people like who hit me up locally or vice versa. A lot of projects. Like we started off this year just going off, bro.
And it's just the first month.
It's just the first month of January, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I got a project coming out.
Okay. Okay. Hey, yo, Trey Hendrix, hit my boy up right here. Y'all can collab. You want to do some Spanish music? My boy out here does Spanish music. So Trey Hendrix is the first person I interviewed.
Oh, word?
So he does rap.
Okay.
He raps and does hip hop and all that. So
For sure. Yeah, hit me up.
Because he wants to do a whole Spanish and like a reggaeton hit and everything. So
damn.
y'all can
Okay, just get it.
Y'all can hit him up. You can hit him up.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Who would you like to open up for?
Who would I like to open up?
And where would you wish to perform at?
For shit. I thought about it. I talked about it about my manager, man. Like, I don't know. There's just too many artists that like Travis Scott is one of them. Don Toliver, Bad Bunny, obviously in the mix. Ozuna, Noel. Like, but it's a hard one, bro. But as far as artists, I just say probably like Travis Scott, J. Cole, or Bad Bunny. Those are the top three. If I had to choose like a place where I perform, probably I don't know, bro, like Coachella or Baja Fest. Or
That's right.
Something like, I don't know, something tropical or just
straight out of Rosaritos.
So that
Coachella definitely. I was gonna say maybe definitely Coachella is always a good.
It's just a big one. You can't go wrong with that.
Of course.
You got a lot of people there.
I think we're all waiting for when it opens up and everything's back to normal and our boy Bad Bunny, headlines and everything. So
open up for Bad Bunny.
There you go. Obviously, do you what impact do you think Latin music has brought into the music industry over stuff? I mean, Latin music has always been a thing, but what do you think now?
Like
current. What do you think the impact?
Yo, I think tremendous, man. Like, for example, Bad Bunny and Drake. That song, bro. Like that alone, everybody wanted a Bad Bunny feature now from that, bro. In the hip hop music and like Latin urban, is a different genre. Everybody in the hip hop wanted a feature with Bad Bunny, bro. So it's just like it's tremendous, man. Like the amount of you got The Weeknd, Hawaii, the song with who is it with
Maluma.
Mm-hmm. So it's just like it's crazy, bro. It's just meshed together so well, like, and it's cool. It's cool to see the Latin urban expanding. I feel like we definitely need that,
Definitely, I agree with that. That's why I was like, I mean, I think it's seen more. I think before it wasn't as, and I mentioned it. I mentioned it before. I think Latin music maybe was underseen. I want to say maybe
it was
maybe underrated.
Yeah,
I think is the best word. But I think now it's just crazy how we listen to it a lot more than. And even don't get me wrong, we still listen to hip hop, R&B, rap and everything. But I feel like reggaeton, especially the reggaeton itself, has just made a big hit, and I think it's like I said, it's brought a lot of good to end. I'm just like, let me hit my Bad Bunny real quick, Ya tu sabes.
Nah, I agree, bro. Like that's why. Was it like 2 years ago? I made my first Spanish song. It's called Suavecito, and I dropped it on SoundCloud. I didn't drop it like on all platforms and shit. I made that song like in 4 or 5 hours. Knocked it out. I was just like, okay. See, at the time I was like, yo, this shit fire. And this fire. For my first time, I was like, okay, it's a cool song, right? But like, I feel like I've evolved from that,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
That's a question. That's a good question. If I'm being honest, if there was a way that for me to be an astronaut, I fucking would, bro. I think that shit's dope as fuck. Like, there's no other job that like you can do on this planet Earth like this. I feel like I mean there's a lot of cool shit. Don't get me wrong. Not to bash on anything else, but just to be able to go out of space and see everything that none of us really get to see, like 1% of this world, and less than that.
If that, yeah.
If that's even true, all that, but like just to be able to go out of space, like that'd be dope, bro. Something to do with astrology, you know.
I get you.
Yeah.
I like that. We went from a Latin, we went from music artist to astronaut. Where have you performed?
Where have I performed? Damn, I never performed, bro. Not once.
Really?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
You know, see, 2019, 2020, see, damn, bro, we're 2021 already. Where the years go by. Nah, in 2020, before COVID hit, I had like plans to perform and stuff just because I wanted to have more content, more music to perform, and I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
But 2020 was definitely a year that I was planning to, but since COVID and all that, it wasn't possible. So yeah, hopefully this year's different, and definitely gonna be looking to perform. So catch me on my shows. You feel me?
Where do you hopefully hope to perform? We're gonna have a little short recess. Ignore the noise. One more time, guys. I apologize. A little mishap. Or my bad. But anyways, back to the question. Where did you have, or where were you planning on
Performing?
Honestly,
somewhere local. Just cause I wanna. There's a lot of people, a lot of support around my area, Anaheim, Santa Ana, Costa Mesa. So I feel like I wanna give like people a chance to see me perform locally. You know, I wanna grow my city, get my audience from my city. You know, so definitely somewhere like Observatory. You know. Couple places, you know, when we move up, the Honda Center, right here, you know, places like that, but definitely local places.
Definitely. So we talked a little bit, obviously, about your music. Now, I heard your song actually last night, and I got a video.
You got a video
of someone actually jamming to it.
No way.
as they were getting ready. But tell me a little bit about Tusi, which is your new single. So
yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So when I made this song, I believe it was December 31st of 2020, man, and I haven't made a song because I've been working on an album, so I hadn't been working on a song for a minute now. So I had like just that night I was like, I'm gonna make something. I go on YouTube, cause, you know, your producer hit me up. We're looking for beats on YouTube. So I wrote across this beat and I gave a little melody. I was like, yo, this shit crazy. So whenever I get to writing and I'm enthused, so I go out with that little flow and I'm like, all right, let's record something. Mind you, I had plans that night because it's New Year's Eve, you feel me? So we're gonna go out. So I get to writing and doing my thing, and that song came about, and I posted it the next day on my SoundCloud. Got some feedback, and everybody was telling me you gotta drop it on Apple, you gotta drop it on Spotify. So I was like, it's 2 weeks down the line, I drop it, and now we made a music video too. So now it is what it is, you know.
So y'all check Tusi out. Actually, like I said, I heard it. I'm gonna play just a little beat to it because I want to show them the video.
Okay.
So this is me. Obviously getting everything set up for today for this,
okay.
And obviously we were getting ready to go out, but as you see it. So as you saw, we were playing your song. I heard it a couple of times too, and I'm like, okay,
Appreciate that. That's dope.
I was like, definitely, it's a good, like I said, guys, y'all gotta check out Thusi by Robin Hood. I'm gonna drop his link and everything, so you guys can check that out.
He got a music
It's
video.
definitely, he got a music video and everything. It's very, especially all you Latin urban music lovers, like a Tonero right here, it's definitely dope. So y'all gotta stay tuned for that. Obviously, I think you might have answered this question, but I'm gonna just ask it. What music? I think you said it was J. Cole, but what music artist inspired you, or how many famous, or if it's more than one, how many?
Oh, okay, just in general.
Yes,
like,
in general.
Who inspired me? Damn. Maybe some like YouTuber influencers, like off the top though, just J. Cole, man. Like I remember there's this YouTuber specifically who I was watching when I was younger, and he started playing a lot of J. Cole. And at the time I was doing boxing, and his song Power Trip came out on the radio. I was just like, yo, this shit groovy, right? So off of there, bro, I just like, I've been following J. Cole ever since, man. I've never seen him in concert, but just like I said earlier, like the way he carries himself, the way he talks in his interviews, and just he's such a humble person, bro. He's the type of guy who drops music and doesn't need to make noise. You feel me? He'll dip, he comes back, still waiting on the album, bro.
That's true. That's true.
But
I agree with that.
It's just as far as just like obviously I have a lot of people I look up to in my life. My parents, my mom, my dad. My manager, my cousin. You feel me? He's one of those people who I always rely on. You feel me? There's just so many people, bro. Like my two best friends, but. Man, I don't know. Yeah, I do have a lot of inspiration, and I'm happy that I have the circle that I have. Can be pushing forward for sure.
What was the best advice you ever received?
Best advice.
Whether it be with music or just life.
There's this one quote that says, how does it go? It says sometimes you're the statue and sometimes you're the pigeon, and it's basically saying like. Does it go like that? I don't know, but it's basically like sometimes you're the one that's getting shit on, and sometimes you're the one that you shit on people. You feel me? Like sometimes life is good and you're living, you're doing good, and there's sometimes where just life is gonna hit you. Sometimes So sometimes you're the statue, right? You're getting shit on. Sometimes you're the pigeon. You're shitting on the statue.
That's right. So I get where you're coming from.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever gotten yourself in a situation where you're like, oh shit, I just got into some trouble?
Damn, I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about situations like that, but yeah, definitely I've been in a couple situations where like life-threatening situations in my life. So off the top, one big one, like I want to say, it was like 2016. I got into a really bad car accident. With the old friend from elementary, and that time was just an eye-opening experience for me, because it was just I was passenger, he was driving, and we were in Irvine, and he lost control in the hills. The car swerved and like flipped a couple times and shit. None of us got harmed. He did go to the hospital for a minor concussion, and but I technically walked out clean, bro. Like nothing happened, bro. And I have a video. I can show you later, but it's crazy, man. That was definitely one of those times where I went home. I remember we crashed exactly at 1 a.m., but I got home like at 2 a.m. and I laid in bed and I just looked into my ceiling and I was like, bro, like you can't like go through shit like that and then be like, alright, I'm gonna just keep living life the way I was, bro. Like, nah, like, that motivated me, bro. Like, that shit took me, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna make this music shit happen, bro. Like, and that's not the only situation, bro, like, that's happened. Like, there's in St. Anne, unfortunately, my city and shit, sometimes, some places and stuff, I've been, like, shot at, or, and I'm not even related to nothing like that. It's just bad timing, situations like that.
Bad place at the wrong time.
Exactly. So definitely have some life-changing moments, but we here, we gotta get it,
Exactly. I get where you're coming from. If you could change anything in the music industry, what would it be?
If I could change something, honestly, just Damn. I definitely want to see a lot more crossovers, a lot of more diversity in the music industry for sure. Um, Man, the music industry is just crazy. There's a lot of fake people. I feel like, and there's a lot of real people. But I feel like the music industry is the way it is, and but there's definitely big impacts, that definitely shift the way the music industry works and like that. So just definitely a lot more Latin urban. Just it could be rock, anything. Just a lot more integration and just So,
And so, what are some challenges you had to face when it came to music?
some challenges. Probably just not having money to support your dreams, your career. That shit. Like as being a up and coming artist, it's hard to be able to get that money when you need it, when you gotta buy, whether it be studio equipment, whether beats or music videos. Like I have to pay that out of my pocket, or I have to have my manager pay. Like it's a struggle. You feel me? Like I wish it could be different, but that's what makes you stronger and appreciate the moment when you reach a certain type of success. I feel like you remember those humble times. So definitely that I do record in my living room. So everything that I put out for like 90%, 95% of the music that I put out is all mixed by me. So it's like learning everything, like, and getting it down is like, I wouldn't say it's a struggle, but it was definitely like, oh, I just didn't have somebody to be like, hey, I'll mix your stuff. Hey, I'll do this for you. Not like I had to just do it and get it on my own. You feel me? So definitely some of the struggles I had with music and stuff like that.
Definitely. What is next for you, and what is there to come?
Whew, what's next, man? I don't. We have a couple of stuff planned for sure. I have an album coming out sometime before April. So the album is the next thing in my list. So expect that. But definitely some performances. Definitely some performances, interviews, a couple of interviews. We want to branch out, do some big shows, just network with other artists, do some features, get my name out there. Definitely that type of stuff. Just be more involved.
What kind of genre of music are we expecting?
From the album, in general.
In general, I mean both. In general, the album. What do we?
Sheesh, a lot of. I just gotta say it's different. I think it's different and it's original, and people are just gonna have to give it a listen and see what's up. But it's a mixture of three genres to say the least.
Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
It's about to be crazy.
Stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I always like to, ask some little random questions. I think we might have gone already through the important ones, but I always like to ask, what do you like to do for fun when you're not mixing music or just, being busy?
Right. So, man, I like to go out, just go to the beach, or just I'm an adventurous type of guy down to earth. So, I like going to hikes, going to the beach, hanging with the bros, just having a good time. Work either I'm into cars, so I'll be working on my car with the bros. We'll just either pull up, crack a brewski up, and just work on cars, man. Yeah.
What is your favorite type of food?
Favorite type of food? Damn. Probably either teriyaki or pizza, man. Those are my. I know you're like
Teriyaki chicken?
Bro, I just know this joint down my spot. I've been eating it for like 10 years. Teriyaki is
Moss too or what?
Nah. Better than Moss, bro. I know. Don't be mad at me, but yo, this spot, guaranteed.
Okay.
Fire.
Alright. Well, maybe we'll drop the address of where it's at. Go support that business.
For real.
Where can we listen to the genre of music? Where can we listen to your music? What are your
platforms?
What are your platforms?
So my main platforms right now, I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, TikTok. It's on all the mainstream platforms that you got out there. It's on there. All you gotta do is type Rxxbnhood, and I'll pop out. So just on YouTube for sure. We got 2 music videos. on there, so make sure you check both of them out.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So, like, as always, appreciate you taking the time and coming down. Like I said, getting people here ain't the easiest, but like I said, I appreciate it. This is actually, it's very early in the morning right now.
It's really early in the morning.
But yeah, like I said, thank you for your time and everything. Like I said, nothing but best of luck, especially to what you got going on, especially with this crazy COVID and everything going on.
Yeah, I'm excited to come back here, and I want to see this shit. I want to see where you're taking this thing, man, for real. So I'm excited.
Well, we'll see. Like I said, I'm just waiting to hopefully interview a few ladies on here. That's actually the plan.
Dope.
I actually have someone coming up soon, so we'll see how that goes. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm doing a giveaway. I'm actually getting, if you guys have seen my Instagram page, I actually got a logo. So I'm actually going to get that printed on a sweater. So I'm giving out 2 hoodies. Just make sure you guys listen to Tusi. Put a little fire emoji in the comments or anything. And you may be the lucky winner of the shirt. The hoodie. As always, anything else you want to say before we close it up here?
Just to everybody that knows me, and you follow me, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my music, and it's about to be a big year. Let's get it.
So let's go. Thank you all for tuning in, and stay tuned for more. Peace.